Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ada and today I'll be doing what I wish I knew before freshman year. I do go to Duke University, but I believe what I say is pretty generic for the freshman experience. So the first thing is freshman orientation. While you will meet a lot of people during O Week, just remember that you will find your friend group eventually, and maybe the people during O Week might not be your friends 2 to 3 months later during your first year. So if you don't find people you necessarily click with during O Week, it's okay. You have a total of 4 years to figure out who you want to hang out with. So once orientation is over, classes will begin and you'll start to get a routine of your schedule and your classes and who are your professors. So what I would really recommend you do is go to office hours. Whether or not you have a question, try to just go to just talk to your professor or talk to your TAs and just get to know them. Obviously, office hours are for helping you, so just take advantage of those. They are a part of the tuition. Like, go to office hours and get some help or just talk to them and really get to know them more than your professor, more than the TAs. Get to know them as people. I feel like most people know that office hours are a thing, but they just feel afraid to go because they feel like they're admitting that they are not doing well. But honestly, it's just a great way to get more exposure to the classroom material.
Go to office hours. Go to office hours. Go.
Another thing I wish I knew before freshman year is that college will change some of your habits. For me, it was eating and my sleeping habits. The reason is because most of you guys, this is the first time you get the freedom to do whatever you want. You will be by yourself, so you are in control of your day. So try to make your schedule pretty consistent for each day whenever you're going to bed or whenever you go eat. So your body is just used to your schedule for each day. So another thing I wish I knew is that high school is very different from college. Well, I guess almost everyone knows that, but specifically like your tiredness. I don't know what it is, but in high school I could go the whole 8 hours of school and then I had extracurriculars after school and I'd go back home and do homework till 1 in the morning and then I'd wake up at like 6 o'clock the next day and I would totally be okay. But in college, for whatever reason, you are more tired. I don't know if it's because there's less classes and you have time in between and it's like you don't even know what to do with yourself, but for some reason, you are just way more exhausted by the end of your classes. Because of this, I definitely would say to try to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. I know it can be difficult for some people, so I do have a video of how to wake up earlier and still get the adequate amount of sleep you need. So the next thing I wish I knew before freshman year, if you do plan on living on campus, is to not go home as much. This really depends on where your college is and how far it is from your home. But for me, Duke is about 2 hours from my home. So freshman year, I went home probably at least once every 3 to 4 weeks. And looking back on that, I felt like that was a lot of time that I spent at home when instead I could have been hanging out with friends or working on my homework to get ahead for the next week. And of course, I'm not saying not to stay in touch with your family and your friends from home, but especially freshman year, you should be trying to get used to the campus and finding friends you want to hang out with. The next thing I wanted to talk about is the social life in college. One of the things I wish I knew before freshman year is to listen to yourself. Because you're surrounded by so many people in college, you may feel like you have to do what everyone else is doing, but really try to listen to yourself and don't let FOMO get to you. What is FOMO? It's fear of missing out. If you know you have a lot of things to do and a lot of homework during a specific weekend, and then a friend comes and asks you to go out one night, tell them you'll go with them next weekend. At the end of the day, you are going to college to get a degree, so it's okay if you're missing out on 1 or 2 parties. Just go the next week if you really want to go, or honestly, if you want to party on the weekend, go for it. But if you have something to do, don't let FOMO get in the way. Another thing I also wish I knew was to not overwhelm myself during my first year. I'm not sure what these events are called on campus, but it's during the first few weeks of college whenever the groups and clubs on campus come together and try to advertise, I guess, During my freshman year, they had a bunch of tables set up outside, and then each club had a table where you could sign up and get email notifications on their club activities. And I literally signed up for almost everything that I found a little bit interesting. And I think that is a really great opportunity to just get all the information in your emails. So I wouldn't say to not sign up for things, but definitely don't join a lot of things. I really took on a lot of roles during my first semester of freshman year, but for the second semester, I realized I needed to cut it down to a couple of things that I genuinely enjoyed doing and enjoyed the people I was doing it with. So college is a great place for all of those limitless opportunities, but try not to overwhelm yourself whenever you are coming in freshman year. So the next thing I wish I knew was to get to know as much upperclassmen students as possible, because they're the ones that know who your professors are next semester or how difficult the classes are that you want to take. So don't be afraid to talk to upperclassmen and ask them what classes they're taking, what clubs they're involved in, what have they heard about certain groups on campus, or certain places or restaurants off campus that you could go to. I also will say most upperclassmen will tell you to not buy your books or your textbooks at the university store, because most of the time they charge full price, and you can typically find cheaper prices on Amazon. And there's also other resources shared amongst students of PDF versions that people have scanned before. So talk to another student that may have taken the course, because they might have a PDF version, or they might even have it that they could lend to you for that class. Just don't pay full price for your textbooks, because almost always there's a cheaper version. I do know university stores sometimes sell reused books at a cheaper price, so check those out if you can't find any other cheaper options. Another thing, if you are living on campus, is to try to get involved in the community around you and get off campus as much as possible. During my freshman year, I tutored at a local elementary school and at a nonprofit organization, and that was a really great opportunity for me to get involved in the community. But in addition to getting involved, check out places around your college. At Duke, there's the 9th Street, there's a museum in the downtown area, there's the mall not too far away. Go to these places with your friends, because it's honestly just a nice way to get out of your college bubble. Because I know at Duke it feels like there's a bubble surrounding you on campus, so try to get off campus a little more whenever you have the time. And the last thing I would say to the incoming freshmen is that college flies by. This is literally my sophomore year of college, and it doesn't feel like it's been that long. It's almost like you walk into your freshman year, you blink your eyes, and then you're already halfway through your college life. So really just live in the moment and enjoy the time you have in college, because it's a great place for you to grow as a person and really figure out who you want to be after you graduate from college. With that being said, this is just a few of the things I wish I knew before freshman year. If you have any other questions or want to know more about my first year experience, comment down below and I can make a video about my first year at Duke. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!